Gina, I need to talk to you about my mom's funeral.
Oh, sure, Anton. I just heard from your dad. We'll all be meeting up for drinks on Thursday the 5th, and the funeral itself is on Friday, right?
Yeah, that's right. Apparently we got pushed back a day because they're having some technical problems at the funeral parlor. So we're just gonna go for drinks on the 5th instead.
Right. It's also the busiest time of year for them right now, and I heard you sometimes have to wait over a week, so I guess we should count ourselves lucky they managed to fit us in the next day.
So anyway, as for what I messaged you about, sorry babe, but I'll be going to work today.
Huh? Work? I thought today was the start of your condolence leave. I thought you got a full week off for a parent.
I do. But I got a call from the hospital Mom was staying at while I was at work and had to rush off in a panic. I had to drop a particularly troublesome project I've been trying to get completed for ages, and now the office is in chaos with everyone trying to pick up the pieces. I didn't find anyone to take over for me, so I'm worried about how they're going to cope since everyone already has their own stuff to deal with. I'll never be able to have peace of mind with the thought of them all rushing around and having their schedules messed up on my behalf. So, I'm gonna dash over and take care of it. Which means, and I'm sorry about this, babe, but I think I'll be sleeping at the office tonight.
I see.
I'll be home tomorrow night. I feel bad asking, but would you mind taking care of my pops in the house while I'm away?
I see. I guess you are in a difficult spot, and it's only natural you'd want to get back on top of everything to save your coworkers the trouble. I think your work ethic and sense of duty to your company are admirable.
I'm really sorry about the timing here, babe. I know it sucks, but we do have a little time before the funeral, and I seriously need to get this handled as soon as possible so things can get back to normal for everyone at the office and I can get a good night's sleep again.
Yeah, I get it. All right. Gina! Long time no see, girl! It's me, Nina! Do you remember me? Huh? Nina? Nina? Oh! By any chance, is this the Nina from my class in high school? Bingo! Anyway, let's get down to business. Tell me, Gina, where do you think I am right now? I'm sorry, Nina, but I don't have time to be messaging right now. I'll get in touch when things have settled down, okay? Ooh, get you, little Miss Diva. Looks like someone's in a grouch. No, it's not like that. Looks like I have no choice. Hey, Gina, it must really suck for you, huh? I can't believe it's your husband's day off, but he didn't even stay home to spend time with you. Day off? Sure, it's technically his day off. We don't have the luxury of spending time together right now. We're going through a difficult time. Ah, I see. Does that mean you saw this coming? Me stealing your husband Anton from you, that is. Huh? So, back to where we just left off. Where do you think I am right now, Gina? Go on. Tell me. I don't know, and I don't care. Jeez, you're no fun. Whatever, so be it. The truth is, I'm with Anton in the luxury hot spa resort in Gregsby Town. Quit joking around. I'm not in the mood. You wish I was joking. What the hell is this? We've been dating for a whole 2 years now. I think it's gonna be time for us to tie the knot soon. Yes. My big dream wedding is going to be amazing. 2 years? Does that mean you've had your claws in him ever since we started caring for his mom? You need to hurry up and divorce him so I can have him all to myself. Why would you be doing this now of all times? Listen to me, girl, and listen good. You think you're such hot shit, don't you? Did you think I forgot what a teacher's pet you were in school? You had no right to be getting grades that good despite coming from a single mother household. You even got into the best college in the state, and on a scholarship with a tuition fees exemption, no less. Ugh. It makes my blood boil just thinking about it. How can there be so much injustice in the world? You make me sick, you disgusting freeloader. Wait, is this why you... And that's not all. Anton's mom and dad were fiercely against the wedding when they found out you were raised by a single mom, weren't they? No, that was only his mom, actually. Sure, she might have been opposed to us being together, but his dad and little brother were perfectly fine with it. And actually, they were super supportive. We ended up going ahead with it in the end after Anton persuaded his mom to give us the go-ahead. Yep, I know. I didn't ask for an explanation, sweetie. You see, I already know the intimate details of your private life. Apparently, she only agreed to let you marry when he told her that you, coming from a broken family, meant you'd have nowhere to escape to, so she could treat you like her own personal slave. Did you know that's how Anton talks about you behind your back? Huh? Wait, what? Your mom got on board when she heard that, which is the only reason she finally agreed to the marriage. Didn't you think it was strange how she changed her mind all of a sudden? What is this? If you don't believe me, how about I send you the chat logs? I keep them in a special folder I check whenever I'm feeling bored and need to laugh. I see. I would like to confirm all this now, but I'm incredibly busy and it's not a good time. Listen, Nina, if you want me to divorce him, you're gonna need to send me a hell of a lot more proof than just a picture. Sure, I can do that. My family is rich, so if you charge us for compensation, we'll barely even notice. My mommy and daddy will be happy to pay any amount of money if it means securing their precious daughter's happiness. So it's evidence you want, huh? All right, prepare to receive mountains of the stuff. You're probably going to want to start crying when you see what I'm about to send, so be sure to take regular breaks in between looking and taking deep, big breaths.
Hey, Gina. You announced you were divorcing me at my mom's frickin' funeral? What the hell's gotten into you? I can't believe you shoved a set of divorce papers in my face and stormed out of the church while I was mourning my dead mom. I got quizzed and interrogated by my entire goddamn family because of you. Do you know how much embarrassment you've caused me? This is the most senseless, ridiculous, absurd thing I've ever heard of.
If I'm absurd, then what are you?
Excuse me? What have I done that's absurd?
How about you ask your girlfriend about it? You are just as bad as each other.
My girlfriend?
Nina Jenkins.
What?
I know all about how you guys met after you approached her at a bar, but apparently you didn't know she was my classmate back in high school.
Seriously? Wait. But how do you know any of this?
She exposed your relationship to me herself. Tell me, Anton, when do you think she told me? It was the night of the first day of your condolence leave, when you told me you were going to the office.
What?
A luxury hot spa resort, huh? You must have been really broken up about your mom. Congrats, Anton. You just won the grand prize for being the world's biggest scumbag. I mean, please. Using your condolence leave to go on a seedy vacation with your lover behind your wife's back? Are you really in any position to say I'm acting senselessly?
Gina, well, Nina seemed so excited when she pitched the plan for the vacation to me that I couldn't refuse.
Really? Because based on what she told me, you offered to pay for the whole thing. Also, she thought it was just a regular vacation and didn't know anything about your mom.
Huh?
I don't know if it's because Nina's never had a single job in her life, but she didn't know what condolence leave meant when I told her the situation.
Wow, really?
I'm sure you can imagine how surprised I was to get a slew of gloating messages from your pea-brained lover about how she'd stolen you from me while I was making preparations for your mom's funeral and you pretended to be at work. You're reaching levels of absurdity previously thought impossible here, Anton. I guess trying to steal another woman's husband is pretty absurd in and of itself. I couldn't decide whether you were both as bad as each other. But when I stopped to think about it, I figured the guy who used his condolence leave to mourn his dead mother as an opportunity to go on a lover's hot spa retreat absolutely had to take the prize. You may have been cheating on me, and Princess Nina may have come at you all of a sudden begging for a vacation, but I might have actually been able to maintain the tiniest morsel of respect for you if you'd offered to reschedule for a later date, or just said no because you were mourning your mom. The fact that you still chose your lover's vacation in spite of everything you had going on shows me that you truly are a heartless lowlife with zero redeeming qualities. And that's the mild version of what I think you are. Believe me, I could say so much more, but then I figure, what's the point? It won't change anything, and you're not worth the energy.
Just shut up, woman. This ain't fair. You can't go pinning this all on me. You've done your fair share of wrong, too. You got up and stormed out like a little kid having a tantrum in the middle of my mom's frickin' funeral. I mean, seriously, shoving a set of divorce papers in my face in front of all those people? What in the heck do you think you're playing at? Surely you could have waited until after the funeral. Why did you have to go and embarrass me in front of everyone I know like that? You got some nerve to spit on my mom's memory by turning her funeral into an episode of Jerry Springer, and then act like you're some righteous hero of justice, and I'm the one in the wrong.
Right. Normally what I did would be downright unacceptable. But you see, Anton, your dad gave me his permission to do what I did at the funeral.
What? My dad?
Listen, your lover, Nina, tried to barge her way into our house this morning.
She did what now?
You didn't tell her about your mom, so she had no idea how busy I was with the funeral arrangements. She was so disappointed at how weak my reaction to finding out about the affair was after she'd been waiting so long in excitement to tell me about it. Between feeling let down by how few craps I gave about her and the fact that you hadn't been answering her calls and responding slowly to her messages lately, she reached her wits' end, flipped out, and drove over to the house in a rage. Her anger turned to confusion when she let herself in by the front door, only to find your dad sobbing alone in his mourning clothes, holding a photo of your mother in the kitchen. That's when the reality of the situation sunk in.
My dad?
Your dad's always had good instincts. Figuring something fishy was going on, instead of calling you, he called me immediately and asked me to come over. When I explained the situation to him, it became pretty obvious what had happened.
Are you serious?
That's not all. Your dad, livid with what you'd done, messaged the whole family and everyone set to attend the funeral with word of your affair.
He did what?
He told me I was free to leave the funeral at any time if the stress of everything all got to be too much for me. And to be honest, I was already at breaking point mentally and emotionally. So I took him up on his offer and left halfway through. As for the divorce papers, Nina brought them with her when she let herself into the house. All I did was sign them and hand them over to you.
Jesus Christ! This cannot be real. Where's Nina now?
She went home. I called her parents after she left and told them about what she'd done, so presumably they're surveilling her at their place now.
Gina?
Oh, and you'll be paying me compensation.
Compensation?
I'll be hiring a lawyer in a week or so once I've had the time to rest and get my mind in a better place.
You're gonna file for compensation from me while I'm still mourning my mom.
Somehow or other, Anton. I feel like using your condolence leave to go on vacation at a hot spa resort with your lover permanently disqualified you from using your mother's death as an excuse to get out of anything.
Yeah, but
I also have your dad's full support and backing, so I'm fully committed to doing this properly, and I promise I'll be taking you for everything I can. You better not try to escape. It's time to man up and face the consequences of your actions. Gina? Hello, are you there? What do you want? Well, I was kinda hoping we could discuss the whole thing with the compensation. I'll be hiring a lawyer over the coming days, so they'll be in contact with you, and we've decided on how much you owe me. Well, Gina, I was kinda hoping we could, forget about all this. Excuse me? Please, just think about this for a sec. I didn't know anything about Anton's mom dying, or you guys being in the middle of making the preparations for her funeral, right? If I had known, I would have never have done what I did when I did. In a sense, I'm a victim in all this too, because Anton lied to me. So yeah, can we just forget all this and move on? Let bygones be bygones and all that? You must be crazy if you think I'm just gonna forget about what you did to me. Sure, I acknowledge that Anton was in the wrong for not telling you about his mom or the funeral. Right? So why can't we just forget about it? Because Anton not filling you in on all the details about his mom and you stealing my husband from me are two completely separate issues. So the compensation is going full steam ahead. You'll be paying me a lot of money, Nina, so I suggest you start rummaging through your piggy bank. Oh my god. What the hell is wrong with you? Have you never heard of the word sympathy before? How about you try having a heart, you insensitive old bag? I have been researching legal stuff online, and I'm pretty sure this counts as Wait, what was it again? Extenuating circumstances. Extenuating circumstances? It counts as nothing of the sort, and you're tragically deluded if you think otherwise. In what way does not knowing about Anton's mom's funeral expunge you of guilt for the affair? Not only that, but an affair you intentionally plotted with glee to satisfy some pathetic grudge you held against me since back when we were in high school, and which you willfully and voluntarily sent me tons of evidence of to hurt me as much as possible. How could you think there is any way for you to get off the hook on this one? Well, Just listen to me. You don't know how difficult my situation is right now. I have always been more of a housework girl, so I haven't had many jobs and don't have much experience working. Correction. I think you mean you've never had any jobs. Just because Mommy and Daddy reached their wits' end with you sponging off them and refused to pay the compensation doesn't mean you're getting out of it. I can't do this, Gina. I am begging you. Please, try to understand. What, did you seriously think I was going to feel any pity for you because you're actually going to have to face the consequences of your actions yourself? Instead of being pulled out of yet another mess by the bank of Mommy and Daddy? But... Obviously not. I'm actually pleased it turned out this way. But I never thought this was gonna happen. Anyone who goes out of her way to steal another woman's husband should be prepared to lose everything. Gina! I'm not letting you off the hook. And I have zero sympathy for you. I have no intention of going easy on you in court. You will be paying me every cent of the compensation I charge you for. Oh my god! There's no way out this time. You made your bed. Now lie in it. After moving out of the in-laws' house, my friend kindly let me stay with her for a while, and with that, I finally set to work on hiring a lawyer and kicking off the divorce proceedings. I was convinced Anton would try to resist me at every turn, but to my surprise, he decided to yield to my demands after receiving a stern talking to from his dad. A few days later, I received every cent of the compensation I asked for in one lump sum, and the divorce was finalized. To make matters worse for my wayward ex-husband, word of him using his condolence leave to go on a lover's vacation got out at his workplace, and he voluntarily resigned to avoid the shame of being fired at the request of his boss. Finally, he was disowned by his dad and kicked out of the house. As for Nina, his partner in crime, after paying me my compensation by taking out a huge loan, she too was disowned by her mom and dad and kicked out onto the streets with nothing but a few dollars and a suitcase with her belongings to her name. There's something kind of poetically romantic about the two lovers of our story getting disowned by their parents and made homeless at the same time, don't you think? Apparently, they started renting a crappy old beat-up apartment in the rough part of town, an area known for its major crackhead and prostitute problem. However, in a sweet irony, it turns out Anton and Nina weren't a very good match for each other after all. Apparently, they started getting into fierce arguments every day. And before long, the neighbors, sick of not being able to sleep, reported them to the landlord. It's looking like they're going to be thrown back out on the streets before the end of the month.